Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, episode 56 of the Zielonka Hard Mode Challenge. Now, last episode we harvested up all of the canola and another barley that I had either missed or wasn't ready on one of the big fields, 32 or 30 something. Um, one of the newer big fields. Uh, this episode, we're going to put barley in these two fields and canola in the rest. And so it's going to be all about planting, or mostly about planting here. As soon as I find the tractor I want to use, there we go. So it's this guy. And this guy. We've got an overabundance of barley, so I don't feel like I need to really fill her up, you might say. We are going to fill up this, though, and we've got a lot of fields to plant. We can't plant barley yet. It's just canola. And our poplar is not yet ready, the older poplar field. So we're just going to get going on canola, which we need to actually get around to. There we go. And yes, we're just going to let her rip and get canola in all of these. In the meantime, we're going to do our maintenance and maybe even contracts. There's not much work to do around planting except just getting the field, getting the equipment from field to field, since we're using helpers to do all the planting. So I'll probably have a bit of a time lapse of planting after we get all of our maintenance done. Whoa, that was a weird... Oh, that crazy overcorrection. And we also need to ensure that the chickens have more barley, I'm guessing. I feel like we're getting 2,000 liters a month out of these chickens. So we will see 8,000. We need to go get the Massey and get that converted. This planting is going to take all day long, I'm pretty sure. But we'll do all the little maintenance tasks, fill up the greenhouses, and all of that sort of thing. Yep, this thing is out of barley as usual. I wonder if I should put the extension on this. You know, I think that is actually a good plan because we're not using it for harvesting. We've got the big red trailer. So, the ability to stick more down there is a better idea, I think. So we will customize and put the extension on it. Yep. Oh, that's right. They always disconnect. Okay. Yeah, we got 77,000 liters, which is more than double what, or near almost exactly double what we had last time. Wow, that extension really, really cranks this trailer up. That adds like 10,000 liters. Well, we won't have to cart barley over there. We'll still have to drive over and dump occasionally. But the chickens can't be extended or I'd have a huge, huge chicken pasture and I'd be filling this thing multiple times a day probably. In FS25 there was a mod with a huge chicken barn on it. I forget how many chickens it was. I think it was several thousand. And maybe that will come out or something similar again, and we can upgrade our chicken setup to something massive. So right, well, we can go do the barrel with this rather than switching. Yeah, I do feel like our poplar is going to be ready. Okay, it seems to only work with the dragon. That is interesting. No, it was already full. That was the deal, I think. Well, let's actually drag that over and get some more water in the other one. Now, the other one has some insane capacity because of the liquid silo that's next to it. But that doesn't mean we can't take advantage of that. And I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. So we'll just sit here and let this run for a while. In fact, it can't possibly put that much into it. I mean, it is kind of slow. So even if we fill it up to 500,000 liters or something while we're doing the planting, that's not going to be a huge deal. It just means we won't have to tend to this one for a long time. Alright, and here's our planting. On with more of that. All right, we are just about done. Next month, we've got to put barley in those two fields and probably fertilize and weed all these other fields, which won't be that huge of a deal. So, right. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get to do the poplar next month. This poplar over here, anyway. The other poplar is going to be next year. But maybe we'll get 280,000 total or something in that range. Or we'll have that, and we can at least get the first part of the new combine. Maybe selling the old combine and header will allow us to afford a header to go with the new combine. In fact, let's see what that's going to cost. So, right, I think I had that up to 280 or 230. Grain tank extension, engine upgrade, and the max pipe 269. Do we need an engine upgrade? I don't know. Probably not, really. 387 is more than our current best tractor, I think. So, yeah, 237. Might even be able to afford like the wide rear axis and whatnot. But yeah, so we're talking about 250 for that. But then we want to see what's the what are the combos? 100,000 for the headers. Wow. 10 meters. Our current header is 6 meters. That's a decent upgrade. And we can go all the way up to 15 meters if we want to. And there is a corn and sunflower header and a just sunflower header. I'm tempted, yeah. So if we did that, and then that's worth well, not going to be worth 100 for sure. We'll call that 50. And so that would call 50,000, I hope. And another 15 for the header. 75, about halfway to the new header, so we wouldn't be able to do that right away. But maybe if we're lucky, by the time we sell all this, we'll have more. I am really hoping that we have the full amount we need for all of it before next harvest of the canola and barley, because I'm about overdoing these things over the course of many hours. So, right, take a quick look at our field states. We need some fertilizing and potentially weeding, but other than that, we're pretty good. I'm guessing maybe weed next time. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. All right, so I realized after I signed off from this episode that I had left water running at the beginning of this episode and ran the whole episode not remembering that it was doing its thing. So I just remembered and went and looked, and there is 2,200,000 liters of water in this silo. So I think I could tear down everything around here and fill it with greenhouses and still not have to ever water them again. So that's a bit crazy. But it just goes to show that 8 million liters is not enough. Well, we'll fill this guy up with his now seemingly laughable 65,000 liters. And we'll get going. Yeah. So again, thanks for watching. See you next time.